Hello, boys and girls. We're going to do a math lesson on tens. Now, we've talked about this before, and this is a 10 frame. Now, the only difference is I have turned this 10 frame vertical or up and down. We've normally seen the 10 frame side to side or horizontal, but this time I'm doing something a little bit different because we're going to be introduced to something that we've not talked about before in detail. We talked about it a little bit at calendar time, but we're going to talk about it more in detail. Now, if you notice my 10 frame, I have every square has a square in it, okay? I did not use a circle because I wanted to use a square, and you'll find out why in just a few minutes. And it doesn't matter even if it's 10 frame. It could have stars in here. It could have any kind of shape you want to. But if you notice, all of my squares have something in it. So remember, boys and girls, when we see this 10 frame completely full, we say that this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't count it by ones. We say that this is a complete 10. So remember, when we see this, we say 10. Now, we're going to take these ones because even though all of these ones turn into a 10, because this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, a 1, a 1, and 1. All of these ones turn into 110. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these individual ones into something else. Now watch me as I do this. And as I do it, I'm going to cross it out so you can see it. I'm moving this one over here. I'm moving this one under here. This one I'm moving. This one I'm moving. And I'm going to continue to do that until all of my ones inside of my 10 frame are gone. Now, once I do that, I'm going to check it just to make sure that I have 10. Watch it. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All I did was just move these individual ones into what we call a base 10 rod, okay? And we're going to be looking at this a lot over this week, okay? So I have moved each one into stacks, okay? And now, just like this was a 10, this is now also a 10, okay? So I want you to get a little bit away from the 10 frame, even though I still want you to understand what it is. This is a 10, but now this is also a 10. This is what we call a base 10 rod, as I just said. So a lot of times when we're going to be seeing this week, we're not going to have time to really write and draw every square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change these 10 squares into just a line. And that makes it a little bit easier. So now this was a 10. This is a 10. This is a 10. Now, what about if I just did this? One square. Do you think that is a 10? No, it's not. It's actually just what we call a 1. And I'm going to write that there for you. This is what we call a 1. Because a 10 has to have 10 individual squares. Or, to save time, I'm just going to draw it as a line. So as you're seeing my other future lessons, you're going to see me draw lines, okay? And that's going to represent my 10. And I'm going to put that under here. This represents my 10, okay? But then these little squares, these are not 10s because I don't see more squares with them. It's just what we call a 1, okay? This is a 10. This is a 1. And we're going to be using these 10 rods to be counting a lot of big numbers and also to be drawing in the next few days. All right, until next time, I'll see you later.